So today I'm going to talk about pain. Okay, pain. Have you ever wondered if pain stops you from being capable and the best version of yourselves? So let's focus on the obvious physical pain. That's easy to identify, right? You stub your toe, you hit your elbow, you fall, you break something. Those are considered as physical pain. You have chronic pain, you have acute pain. Very obvious. Right in front of you, you can't ignore, right? So we know those things, right? We can actually do something about it. But what about the pains that are unseen that can cause physical pain? Like trauma, like emotional pain, psychological pain, that can manifest into physical pain. So we ignore those. Those are not as obvious. They're not like right in front of you, right? They're not the thing that you know you can feel instantly that can build into something chronic, right? It instantly happens. And then if it's not treated, it can be chronic. Think about that. So we're not going to talk so much on the physical perspective of pain because those are obvious pains. Those are pains that you know you can't ignore. They're there, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. Those are obvious pains. If you're a person have MS, these are obvious pains. We're going to talk about the unseen pains, those psychological pains, those childhood trauma pains, those emotional pains, the pains that we ignore. Just think about that. We ignore those pains because human beings want to be connected in some form or fashion. So if it's a relationship from a parent to child, from a husband to wife, from a grandparent to grandchildren, from a friend to a friend, from a significant other to another significant other, right? It's connection. So, in the lieu of all of that, the closest person can cause you trauma and you don't even realize it. But when that trauma happens, it manifests into emotional distress, such a psychological warfare in yourself because you love this person, you want to be connected to this person, but they have caused you pain. Let's think about that. And over time, if you ignore those signs that your body is telling you, first it triggers maybe somebody sexually assaulted you, which is still a pain because it's a physical pain that manifests to a mental pain emotional pain. And no, you can't ignore those, but if it's not treated, it can almost kill you. Let's think about that. We as human beings go through a lot of different pains, a lot of different traumas in life. And a lot of times we ignore those unseen traumas. You lost a job. Um, you lost your credit. You lost something. We also, to the point where you're, just say you're a parent and your kids are grown, you lose connection with your kids because of an argument. And you say you don't feel anything, or you have a heartache because you want to be connected to your child. The point of this particular podcast is really to talk about the unseen pains. And have you really sat down with yourself and recognized that you have these unseen pains? That you have these things that you've been ignoring for years, probably months. I would just even say months. You've been ignoring them. You haven't really took the time out to actually deal and recognize that you have been afflicted with pain, that it codes itself within your own DNA. Think about that. Think about that. If you do not, just think about it. I want to go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to if you were sexually assaulted. Okay? Right? So you know that something happened to you, something that was wrong, something that physically happened to you, and it's wrong. No matter if you're a female or a male, physically somebody attacked you, took something from you, and it's wrong. Now, it can cause trauma in the areas that you know it shouldn't cause trauma. Those process has to go through a healing, right? You're going through that healing process. The body knows what to do. It's going to heal. It's going to get through that particular spot, right? It's going to heal that from that trauma. But your emotional damage that happened because somebody decided to force themselves against you without your permission. Now you have an emotional damage pain that's there, right? And you take that time, you say, you know what? I know there's something's wrong, right? I need to go get therapy. Well, let me tell you something else that happens when, yes, the trauma happens. Yes, you know something was wrong. But once it's coded to you, in the area where the affliction took place, you don't even realize this. It can affect the relationship that you want to be in down the line. And you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. Think about it. Just a touch can make you jump. Or when you, just say if you go to get a massage, that person is not trying to harm you, but when it starts to massage, say in the area that you had trauma that was caused, right? All of a sudden you're terrified, you're screaming, you're hollering, you're like, oh my God, That's what I mean when it's coded to your DNA. The trauma that you ignore. But it's not manifesting in physical pain that you automatically know. You hit, like I said, going back, you fall, you hit yourself, whatever. The physical of that trauma has already surpassed. The body healed from that part, the physical part. But the unseen pain, the thing that is coded to you, that's the pain I'm talking about. So, we as human beings will deal with life unexpectancies. We deal with life pain.